He is the Iceman, cool as you like and often with a poker face. Dimitar Berbatov was one of the most clinical strikers back in his heyday, but what's going on in the Bulgarian's life today? Let's take a deep dive into his fascinating lifestyle, family life, relationships, and money habits. Dimitar Ivanov Berbatov was born on 30th January 1981 in Blagoevgrad, a little town in southwestern Bulgaria. His parents Ivan Berbatov and Margarita Berbatova were both professional athletes. Ivan was a footballer with Pirin Blagoevgrad and later CSKA Sofia, while Margarita was a handball player. Young Dimitar had no doubts that he would follow in their footsteps given his athletic DNA. By the way, his only sibling and younger brother Asin also plays football. Growing up on the foothills of Bulgaria's Pirin Mountains, Berbatov always believed that he was destined for greatness and realized early enough that it would take hard work to make his dream a reality. So come rain or sunshine, he would be outside with his basketball because that's what he had access to before getting a football much later. His persistence paid off as he was discovered by scouts. Everybody has dreams, he would often say to himself as he sought to conquer the world. Berbatov was an avid supporter of Milan as a child and also looked up to Marco van Basten and Alan Shearer as his footballing idols. In a nutshell, here's how his career played out. At age 10, Berbatov started his youth career with his hometown club, Pirin Blagoevgrad, before joining his father's former club, CSKA Sofia, in 1998, where he won the Bulgarian Cup in his first season. A chance to play outside Bulgaria would emerge in 2001 when Bayer Leverkusen signed the striker. He was part of the Neverkusen team that experienced triple disappointment in a season, finishing second in 3 competitions alongside Michael Ballack. Berbatov went on to accomplish great feats for the club during his 5-year stay, making 201 appearances and netting the goal 91 times in all competitions. Berbatov moved to England in 2006 to play for Tottenham Hotspur. The transfer fee of 16 million euros made him the most expensive Bulgarian footballer of all time, and Berbatov did impress, winning the Tottenham Player of the Year award and earning a place in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year. In no time, a massive bid from Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United unsettled the Bulgarian after just 2 seasons with Tottenham, and he signed a 4-year contract with the Red Devils in 2008 for £30.7 million. With the Red Devils, Berbatov won the Premier League title twice, amongst other trophies, and the Premier League Golden Boot once, making over a century of appearances for the club. The striker then left for Fulham in 2012, played for 2 years before leaving England for brief stints at Monaco, Greek side PAOK, and finally ISL club Kerala Blasters. On the international scene, Berbatov earned his debut for Bulgaria in 1999 at age 18 and represented them at Euro 2004, which happened to be his only major tournament as his team failed to qualify for other tournaments. The forward captained the team from 2006 to 2010 and won his only international title, the Cyprus International Football Tournament, in 2007, scoring twice in Bulgaria's 3-0 win against the host country, Cyprus. Berbatov officially announced his retirement from professional football in September 2019, and in 2021, he became the assistant manager at Atar, a second-league Bulgarian club. He's regarded as one of the greatest Bulgarian footballers ever, winning the Football Player of the Year in Bulgaria a record 7 times, and also holds the record for being the all-time leading goal scorer with 48 goals. Well, that's enough football for now. Let's find out what's going on in his life. Berbatov leads a very private life outside of football and has a small circle of friends. He rarely socialized with teammates during his active footballing years. The Bulgarian icon is married to the love of his life, Elena Stelyanova, who is an IS developer at the Bulgarian National Bank. The lovebirds began dating during Berbatov's days at Leverkusen and finally tied the knot in 2018. They were blessed with 2 beautiful daughters, Dea and Alea, born in 2009 and 2012 respectively. Like her husband Dimitar, Elena prefers to maintain a private lifestyle and won't be found showing off on social media. Here's what Margarita says about her son, Berbatov. Dimitar has no interest in a fancy lifestyle. His life is football, family, and friends. He can travel anywhere in the world, but he tells me he prefers Bulgaria to Barbados. Over the years, this has proven to be nothing but the truth. Berbatov appreciates life and never takes anything for granted. He enjoys drawing a lot and keeps busy with his recently launched clothing brand, D9B. Berbatov likes to play PlayStation. Also, he is involved as a studio pundit for a number of television stations. The football legend also loves to play basketball, but this shouldn't come as a surprise owing to the fact that he started out with basketball before getting a football. Although he leads a quiet life, Berbatov has almost 1 million followers on Instagram Instagram alone, and he occasionally posts football drills, throwbacks, and personal stuff going on. Berbatov sat behind the wheel of a Mercedes Brabus D40 Widestar in the Sofia 2022 Motor Show at a maximum power of 400 horsepower and a maximum torque of 750 Newton meters. The redesigned Cube is one of the most powerful and fastest diesel off-roaders in the world. The silver machine costs 600,000 levs, which is about $330,000, and the striker might just strike a deal for its purchase given his obvious interest. Not much is known about the elegant soccer star's houses and other properties, as he prefers life outside of the public view, but at least he has an eye for stylish things and has tattoos on both his forearms and waist, which he believes to give him magical powers and guard against bad thoughts. Everything is allowed, he says. What are your thoughts on that? The 42-year-old is estimated to be worth $41 million, mainly from his annual salaries as a player, contracts, earnouts, endorsements, stock ownership, and other streams of income. He became brand ambassador for RB88, an Asian online casino and sports betting operator in 2020, and was at the forefront of a rebrand when the company relaunched as JBO, Just Bet Online. The Bulgarian's engaging appeal and timeless track record of ingenuity sets him apart and has played a huge role in the success of his personal brand, D9B. It's quite refreshing to see that Berbatov is big on charity work given his humble upbringing. He regularly sponsors children's charities in his native Bulgaria, 5 of them. In 2006, he emerged as UNICEF's Goodwill Ambassador, and in 2008, he founded the Dimitar Berbatov Foundation, which promotes spiritual values, civil society, education, and culture, and also equips young people to develop their potential in the field of arts, science, and sports. In May 2012, he was elected ambassador of UNESCO for his foundation's remarkable work, but he was once involved in a controversial issue during its time with Manchester United. In 2009, Berbatov had to flee from Bulgaria on a private charter plane provided by his then manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, after receiving threats from criminals to kidnap his family. There was debate as to why he chose to negotiate with the mafia bosses rather than reporting the matter to the police. He later claimed to have gotten information that officials from Bulgaria's Ministry of Internal Affairs were involved in the plot. He recalled an earlier ordeal when he played for CSKA Sofia and was kidnapped in an attempt to force him to sign for crime boss Georgi Iliev's own club, FC Levski Kyustendil. Fortunately, his dad came to his rescue. Interestingly, Berbatov was blessed with magical feet and seemed to have an uncanny ability to slow down the time-space continuum. His unhurried nature ensured that there was always time and space for him to do whatever he wanted to do with the ball. In spite of this mystery, his career was laced with numerous controversies, mostly centered around his style of play, and was labeled a lazy player by the critics. Some others interpreted his demeanor as arrogance. Nevertheless, his mantra still remained, "Keep calm and pass me the ball." What a player. But did you know that Berbatov learned to speak English by watching the American series The Godfather? Also, his name once appeared on the list of the most famous smokers in the world. Meanwhile, Berbatov has never even been a smoker at any point. In 2018, Berbatov unveiled his autobiography, In My Own Way. He really did do things in his own way.